Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about deploying your own token, your own ERC20 on the Ethereum, on the Matic, on the Avalanche, on the Polkadot, on whatever EVM chain that you want, or any blockchain that supports this token standard. We're going to be using Python, Brownie, and Solidity. And don't worry if you're very unfamiliar with any of these tools. We're going to make it super simple, and there's even a GitHub repository link in the description if you want to just git clone it and run from there. Also, on an unrelated note, I rebranded the YouTube from Alpha Chain to Patrick Collins. So thank you everybody for giving me the insight to do that. And we are still having a tattoo reveal at 10,000 subs. So be sure to ape into the subscribe and the like button. Yeah, that phrase is cheesy, but I like it. Now first, let's define even what are ERC20s. So ERC20s are tokens that are deployed on a chain using what's called the ERC20 token standard. You can read more about it in the ERC20 token standard here, link in the description as well. But basically, it's a smart contract that actually represents a token. So it's a token, but it's a smart contract. It's both. It's really cool. Tether, Chainlink, UniToken, and DAI are all examples of ERC20s. Technically, Chainlink is an ERC677, as there are upgrades to the ERC20 that some tokens take that are still backwards compatible with ERC20s. And so basically, you can think of them as ERC20s with a little additional functionality. Now, why would I even care to want to make an ERC20? Well, you can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. You can make governance token, you can secure an underlying network, you can create some type of synthetic asset, or really anything else. In any case, how do we build one of these ERC20s? How do we build one of these tokens? Well, all we have to do is build a smart contract that follows the token standard. All we have to do is build a smart contract that has these functions. It has a name function, a symbol function, decimals function, etc. All these functions. We need to be able to transfer it. We need to be able to get the balance of it, etc. And again, if you want to check out some of the improvements that are still ERC20 compatible, like the ERC677 or the ERC777, you definitely go check those out and build one of those instead. So let's just jump into it. First thing that we're going to do is initialize a new Brownie repository. So Brownie init, we'll get it started. You do need Brownie installed. So again, you can get that installed with pip install Brownie. And I'm going to cancel because I've already installed it. Once we install Brownie, if we do an ls, we can see our directory has all these folders. We're going to put our token contracts in the contracts folder. So let's go ahead and create a new file, and we'll call it token ERC20.sol. Now what we could do is we could absolutely 100% walk through each one of these, grab the function and write the function ourselves, or what we could do is we could find somebody who's already done it and copy paste the code in there. Boom. I took this code right from the Ethereum website and pasted it in here. And as we can see, it has all the main functions that we want. It's going to have some type of a transfer function right here. It's going to have a transfer from function. It's going to have an approve function. Approve and call. It's got a whole bunch of different functions for us. So now that we have our contract, let's go ahead and compile it and see if it compiles successfully. Boom, awesome. Product's been compiled. We can see it in our build. We can see we have built it correctly. Now let's go ahead and take the step to actually deploy it to a chain. We are going to deploy it to a local blockchain. You do need the Ganache CLI, which is a command line for working with and running a local blockchain. So this is going to simulate us actually deploying to a real blockchain. You can install it with npm or yarn. Again, you need Node.js to install those, but you'll know you've done it successfully if you can run Ganache CLI, and that will happen. So we're going to create a new terminal while the Ganache is running, and we're going to create a deploy script in our scripts folder. So we're going to call it one deploy token.py. And in here, we're going to do from Brownie, import accounts, config, token ERC20. Now we're going to create a main function. I'm going to say account equals accounts 0. So whenever we deploy a function, we need to have an account to deploy from. This is going to simulate deploying from a MetaMask. Then we're going to do this ERC20 equals token ERC20.deploy. And what are we actually going to deploy? This right here, token ERC20.deploy is going to deploy the function, but we need to supply the constructor parameters. So if we look at token ERC20.sol, we can go to the constructor And we can see it takes initial supply, token name, and token supply. Or excuse me, and token symbol. So we'll do initial supply equals 1, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, which is going to be 100. Again, this is in way, so 18 zeros is just 1. So we have, you can imagine that this is equivalent to doing this because Solidity doesn't work great with decimals. So that's the initial supply. We'll say token name equals token, and then we'll say token symbol equals TKN. So we're going to deploy initial supply, token name, and then token symbol. And always, whenever we do this, we have to do a from account. And boom, let's try this. So we'll do Brownie, run, scripts, 1, deploy token.py. And great. If we go back to our ganache, we'll see a whole bunch of calls were made. And this is actually to deploy that token. So we've actually deployed to this address on our local ganache chain, which is really fun. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, I got to copy paste this giant code in here every time. I'm going to say, no, there's an even easier solution. And this is a solution that pretty much I always do. We're going to make another one called easytoken.sol. And we're going to learn a little bit about imports here. So I'm going to copy paste some code from the Openzepplin GitHub, or the Openzepplin docs ERC20. So I use Openzepplin a lot. Openzepplin is a great way to just kind of already have blanketed code that you can use in your projects. I'm going to copy this, sorry, not the NFT. We're going to change the name to EasyToken is ERC20. We'll just give it an initial supply, and we'll give it a name of EasyToken. And we'll say the symbol is EZT. See if we did it right with Brownie compile. Now, Brownie compile is going to fail here, actually, because it doesn't know how to import this. We actually have to add this in our Brownie config. So we're going to do new file, Brownie config.yaml, and we're going to add some dependencies. We're going to have this we're going to have our project depend on the Openzepplin /Openzepplin contracts at 3.4.0. So if we go to the Openzepplin GitHub, we can actually choose a version of their contracts of this ERC20. So they've recently released 4.1.0. I'm just using 3.4 because I've been using it a lot. So this will pull directly in from GitHub. We'll pull their version 3.4.0. We're also going to do one more thing. We're going to say compiler, soak, remappings. We're going to say at Openzepplin equals Openzepplin /Openzepplin contracts at 3.4.0. So what this is going to do, we're going to pull those contracts directly in from GitHub. Then we're going to remap it so that if I just say Openzepplin, we're talking about Openzepplin contracts. That way, in my code here, I can just say at Openzepplin, and that immediately goes to at Openzepplin /Openzepplin contracts. And so we can see at Openzepplin contracts, at Openzepplin contracts, we can see the path that we want to take is going to be contracts token ERC20, ERC20.sol. And we can see that right here as well. We can go to contracts, token, ERC20, ERC20.sol. So this is exactly what we're importing into our contract right here. Boom. Now we can do Brownie compile. Whoops, I spelt it wrong. Sorry, we're going to spell it correctly. Now we're going to do Brownie compile. And great, it's been compiled. We're going to create a new script called deploy easy token. And we're actually just going to copy paste. We're going to change this to easy token. And we're going to change this here. And if we go to our easy token, all we took is an initial supply constructor parameter. So we can just get rid of this. And then we can do Brownie run scripts to deploy easy token to Pi. And boom, we have deployed our easy token to our Ganache instance. Now, the next step a lot of you guys are going to do is, okay, great, I deployed this to a local thing. How do I deploy this to a real blockchain? So we can actually simulate that as well using a testnet blockchain. So what we're going to do is we're going to want to create a .env file, and we're going to add a Web3 Infura project ID. So we need a way to connect to a blockchain, so we need a blockchain connection. So we can go to Infura. You can go ahead, sign up for a free account, and get a project ID. Pop that right into here. And the next thing that we're also going to need is a private key. So if you have MetaMask, you're going to want to go ahead and sign into your MetaMask, and then you're going to go ahead and account details, export private key. Once you export the private key, you're going to want to do export private key equals your key here. Probably want to do that actually. Right like this. Now, if you're exporting from MetaMask, just note you also are going to have to do like an OX at the start and then add your private key in. That's how you're going to get that. Quick note, if you are doing this, please, please, please be sure not to push your private key to GitHub. If you push your private key to GitHub, that means anybody can see it. And if they have your private key, they can steal all your funds. So if you have any funds, do not push it to GitHub. Same thing with your Infura project ID. If you want to use it on a more regular basis, some people can spam your account. So be sure to use a dot, git ignore, or understand a way to actually not get attacked here. We can come back to our Brownie config. We'll add .env so that we know how to pick up the private key. It won't automatically pick up this, so we do actually have to run it by running source.env. I already have my environment variable set though, so I'm not going to run it. You'll know you'll have done it right if you can do echo, private key, and your private key shows up after you actually run that. I'm not going to run it though. If you want to deploy to a not Ethereum chain, you will have to add that network. It's a pretty easy command. In the command line, you'll just do Brownie networks add, and then a whole bunch of parameters. Actually, if you go to the Chainlink Mix GitHub, there's a great example right like this. So if you want to do like Binance Smart Chain, for example, you just do Brownie networks add Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, host equals your URL, and then your chain ID. So it would just be something like this. Brownie automatically already knows about Coven or mainnet, so we don't actually have to add those into this networks tag here. So we're going to go ahead and skip that. But we do need to add this wallet section. We're going to do wallets from key, private key. So this will automatically load our private key environment variable into our Brownie config. So what we can do instead, in our deploy token, we can change this instead of from accounts 0, we do accounts.add and grab that private key from our config. So we can do config, wallets from key. And this will take that private key and it'll make it's being the account that we're making the transaction from. Again, you will need some Coven ETH in your account or some testnet ETH. You can get some from a Coven faucet right here. Or, if you're using mainnet, you do need some mainnet Ethereum. So let's go ahead and try deploying this on the Coven testnet. So we'll do Brownie, run scripts, deploy token, network, Coven. Oops, I actually have to comment this out because I don't want them to use my .env. I want them to use the regular .env. So let's try that again. And boom, we can see our transaction. We can go and check it out on the Coven Etherscan. And boom, we can see we have created our new contract. And boom, we can see we've created a new contract. Now with Brownie, we can even go one step further. We can deploy this again and do publish source equals true. Now when we deploy this, the contract will be automatically verified on chain and we'll be able to see what it looks like. So let's grab that transaction hash again. And it's going to do one additional step where it's actually going to verify the contract on Etherscan. Now, you do need an Etherscan token for this, which you can find in Etherscan. Go to APIs. You can just go ahead and get your own API key from Etherscan. But once it's actually get verified, it'll give you the token contract address. It'll tell you it's verified. We can go back to Coven Etherscan. We can pop it in here, and we can see we've created a new contract. And we can see the verified contract in here. You can also do the Brownie Baked token mix. You can also do the Brownie Baked token mix, which is another way to get the ERC20 tokens, and is a great way to get an initial repository started up. But now the last thing you might want to do after you get your token up is you might want to see it in your actual MetaMask here. So then what we can do is we can copy this address here, click on this little button. We go to MetaMask. On the Coven test network, we go ahead and hit add token. Custom tokens. We can go ahead and paste that contract address in here. We can see TKN is the name of the symbol that we used. Go ahead and hit next, add tokens, and boom, we can see that we have a ton of that token. And it'll pop up, it'll show up in MetaMask in a second, and boom. And that's how you can see it in MetaMask. You are now wiser, you now know how to do this stuff. Again, there's going to be a link in the description to the code that we worked with here. Good luck, have fun, build something cool.